Hello and welcome to my video. Today I did a warm eyeshadow look using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. To prime my under eyes, I used the Smashbox Under Eye Primer. This brings hydration to the thin skin that's underneath your eye. For foundation, I used my Fenty Beauty foundation in the color 160. I really like this foundation. I think that it gives a sort of airbrush effect to my skin, and I blend that in with a beauty blender, being sure not to forget to blend into my neck area. For concealer, I'm using the Sephora brand concealer. I really love the coverage that this has. It goes on nice and thick, and I also really like the price of it. It's not too pricey. I try to get my concealer a little bit lighter color than my skin so that I can also bring light into the center of my face and use it as a sort of highlight. I use my concealer as well as an eyeshadow primer base just to make the eyeshadow go on a little bit better, as well as I use real eyeshadow primer after. This foundation is very matte looking, so I added the Sephora brand luminizing drops on top to get a more dewy glow. I find that putting this on top of the foundation once it's already blended in works a lot better than just mixing this with the foundation and putting it all on together. I set my under eyes and along my jawline with the NYC Smooth Skin Powder. I want to keep my dewy look, so I'm trying to keep the powder just strictly underneath my eyes and along my jawline where my makeup tends to fall off the easiest, and this will keep my dewy look on the rest of my face. For eyeshadow primer, I'm using the Too Faced Eyeshadow Insurance. While that dries down, I do my eyebrows just so that it's not super tacky. And I'm using the Benefit Ka-Brow in the color number 2 for my eyebrows. The reason that I do my eyebrows before my eyeshadow is because I always clean up underneath my brows using a Q-tip, and that also will remove a lot of my foundation or my base makeup. So when I put the eyeshadow on underneath, it just sort of makes everything blend that much better together. When doing my eyebrows, I try to keep it as natural as possible. I try to follow my natural eyebrow arch and that sort of thing. I don't really want the Instagram brows. So by doing this, I'm going to be following the way that the hairs grow. That's why at the front of the brows I'm going to be pushing directly up, and near the edge of the brows I'm going to be pushing more so out. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, and I'm going to be using the warm quadrant of colors. To set my eye primer, I'm going in with this peachy top shade all over my lid, and then I'm going to go over my crease a little bit. This will allow the other shades to blend together more seamlessly. Next, I'm going to be taking this deep burgundy brown type shade that's absolutely stunning. I didn't even realize that this was in the palette. I'm focusing this more so on my outer edge as well as blending it all over my crease. And I bring this color more into the inside of my lid once most of the product is off of my brush. If you put more of a dark color on the inner part of your lid, it'll give you a more harsh, angry type of look. And I try to blend this color into our base color around the crease area. Next, I'll be taking this dark brown and focusing it mostly on the outer edge again, but this time more below the crease. I'll only blend this across my crease once most of the product is off the brush again, and this will create a gradient from darkest to lightest on my eye. With a clean eyeshadow brush now, I'll pick up the lightest shade in that quadrant and add this to the inner portion of my eyelid. This will open my eye more and make me look a lot more awake. I'll go back in with the clean brush again and blend the darker shades into the lighter shades so that they don't look so harsh next to each other. And I didn't have much fallout from these shadows, which was super surprising because usually with really pigmented shadows, you will have quite a bit of fallout. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using this Physicians Formula eyeliner pen, and it is in the color black. I want to put this just on my top lash line, just really close to my eyelashes. I'm not doing any wings or anything. By putting this line here, it's going to disguise any gaps that I have between my skin, my natural lashes, and my false lashes when I do put them on. For mascara, I'm going to be using my absolute favorite mascara, which is the Essence I Heart Extreme mascara. I put a light coat on my lashes to make them black and to blend better into my false eyelashes. I am using the Duo Glue in the color black, and I believe that these eyelashes are Ardell eyelashes. While I let my lash glue get sticky and tacky, I bronze my face using the Savannah's Colors bronzer. I make sure to blend my bronzer onto my neck and my chest, especially if I'm going to be wearing a lower cut shirt that day and I don't have a fake tan. This just will blend your face into the rest of your body so that you don't look like you are wearing a mask. For contour, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, the powder one. I'm going to be using the middle shade to contour underneath my cheekbones and around my temples and underneath my jawline. These powders blend out absolutely beautiful, and they bring a lot of shade to the face so that you can look like you have a more chiseled jawline and nicer, higher cheekbones. For blush, I'm using the Tarte blush in the shade Party. This is just a nice peachy blush that will bring some color back into my cheekbones. To apply my lashes, I always think that it's been easier to apply the outer corner first and then position the inner corner using tweezers afterwards. Once they're in place, I'll clamp them down towards my real lashes to avoid any gaps. By allowing the glue to get tacky and not super slippery, this will allow it easier to move the lashes on your eyes without causing glue to go everywhere. To brighten underneath my under eyes, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Contour Palette again, and I'm going to be using that first lightest shade. I go under my bottom lash line with whatever excess shadows are left on my eyeshadow brush afterwards, and I blend them together to look more uniform with the top lash color. My favorite eyeliner pencil is this NYX Jumbo pencil in the color Milk. I always use this for my waterline. This makes my eyes look way more wide, more doll-like, and I look more awake. For liquid highlighter, I'm using this NYX Born to Glow Illuminator, and I put this in my Cupid's bow area, up my nose, especially on the tip of my nose, and then I also sometimes put it on my cheekbones. To give myself that extra glow, I'm going to go over top of this with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit. And then for lips, I'm using the Sephora brand liquid lipstick in the color 13.